And I'm going to rag on Taz again. I'm afraid. I know I've moaned about Taz on this program before, but he really is just a completely horrendous commentator. He wasn't so bad when he worked for the WWE. Him and Michael Cole, I thought, were a pretty good announce team actually on the SmackDown brand, and even when he was doing ECW with Joey Styles, and he was fine. But for TNA, he's just been absolutely abysmal, and I just don't understand why he's a member of Aces and Eights, but yet he's out there, like I've said before, I think on this program, he's out there praising the baby faces. You know, during the Gut Check Challenge, he was praising those guys. He congratulated Kurt Angle on going into the Hall of Fame. What? What is that all about? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If Taz is a member of Aces and Eights, who are supposed to be sort of invading TNA in a way and taking over, why is he out there congratulating Kurt Angle? I suppose they want to make the Hall of Fame like the WWE's Hall of Fame, and of course when the WWE's Hall of Fame takes place, all the baby faces and the heels sit together. You know, it's not part of the storyline. But when it's on a pay-per-view, you know, and when Taz is supposed to be playing this heel announcer, he shouldn't be out there praising Kurt Angle. You know, if they actually had a legitimate Hall of Fame ceremony and Taz was shown, you know, applauding in the audience or something like that, that's one thing. But to be out there at the pay-per-view praising Kurt Angle, to me that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And to me, Taz can't still be a commentator. You know, if he can't be a member of Aces and Eights and also a commentator as well. I thought the whole idea of bringing in this new announcer, who apparently has just been let go again, so it's going to be back to Tenay and Taz, which is just fantastic, isn't it? I thought the whole idea of this new guy was so that Taz would not do commentary anymore, but yet he's still out there, just completely horrendous. I mean, Booker T, yeah, people rag on Booker T, but I found Booker T quite amusing in the role of announcer, but Taz is just absolutely hopeless, and I just think they should get rid of him on commentary. I really do. Don West, I was never a fan of Don West particularly, but it's got to the stage now where I think to myself, why not just bring Don West back? You know, have Don calling the shows with Mike Tenay each week. That's got to be better than Taz, surely. Surely anyone, actually, having said that, anyone will be better than Taz. Bring back Tony Schiavone, you know. Bring back Scott Hudson from even. I wouldn't go so far as to say Mark Madden though. I think I would draw a line at Mark Madden, but just about anybody else that's ever done announcing for either the WWF or WWE or TNA or WCW or ECW, pretty much anyone that's ever announced a wrestling match is better than Taz. But I would, like I say, draw a line at Mark Madden. He might just be the absolute worst. There's been bad ones that have done it very, very briefly, or just for like a one-off. I mean, there was the guy that did the King of the Ring in 1994. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name now, but he did the King of the Ring 1994. He was horrendous. But as far as a guy that's done it week in, week out for a long period of time, Mark Madden number one, Taz number two, in my opinion. That's the absolute worst ever. But is there anybody else I'm forgetting that was equally as bad as that? Do let me know. UnitedFM@hotmail.co.uk. But don't email and say Booker T, because I don't agree with Booker T. I actually found his commentary, like I say, quite entertaining.